What's up guys, welcome back my YouTube channel. Today I will telling about top 2 ultra rare coin. USA head wheat penny 1-cent coin from America. In the world of rare and historical coins, few coins carry as much charm and legacy as the 1-cent coin from the United States of America, known among collectors as the wheat head or Liberty penny. Today, we will explore one of the oldest and most interesting examples, the 1900 Liberty head 1-cent coin. We'll uncover its design, history, composition, and how this small copper coin became a treasured piece among collectors, sometimes valued far beyond its original worth of just 1 cent. The story of the 1900 Liberty head penny begins at the dawn of a new century. The year 1900 marked the final years of the 19th century, a time of great industrial progress and transformation in America. The country was growing rapidly, industries were booming, and modern minting technology was improving. It was during this fascinating period that the United States Mint continued to strike its famous Indian head 1-cent coins, the very coin we recognize as the 1900 Liberty cent now. To be clear, the 1900 1-cent coin is often called the Liberty head or Indian head penny because of the beautiful design featuring Lady Liberty wearing a Native American feathered headdress. This symbolic image was created by James Barton Longacre, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. His design first appeared in 1859 and continued until 1909, when it was replaced by the Lincoln wheat penny. But the 1900 issue stands out because it represents the closing chapter of an era, a coin that bridged the 19th and 20th centuries. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll find the iconic image of Liberty facing left. She wears a Native American headdress with the word Liberty inscribed across the band. Around the rim are the words, United States of America, and below the portrait is the date, 1900. This elegant and symbolic design blends classical beauty with a respectful nod to America's indigenous heritage. On the reverse, or back side of the coin, the design features a simple yet powerful wreath of oak leaves encircling the words, 1 cent. At the bottom of the wreath sits a small shield, symbolizing national unity and strength. The combination of design elements reflects America's identity at the turn of the century: proud, growing, and unified. The 1900 Liberty head penny was minted in large numbers. More than 66 million were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark at that time. These coins were made of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc. Each coin weighed 3.11 grams and had a diameter of 19 millimeters. Over time, this classic composition gave the coins a distinct reddish-brown tone, though some aged to a darker, chocolate-like patina depending on how they were stored. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. While it was once worth just a single penny, the 1900 Liberty head cent can now be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several hundred or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition. In circulated condition, meaning the coin has been used and shows signs of wear, the value can range between $1 and $10. However, if you find a coin in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can rise dramatically. High-grade examples with strong luster, no scratches, and sharp details can fetch prices upwards of $200 or more, but the true treasures are those rare proofs, coins specially struck for collectors with extra care and shine. Only about 2,000 proof coins were made in 1900, and these can be worth anywhere from $1,000 to several $1,000s, especially if they are certified and preserved in near-perfect condition. Proof coins were not meant for circulation and were struck multiple times to bring out every tiny detail in the design, making them sparkle beautifully under the light. Collectors love the 1900 Indian head penny not only for its beauty and historical importance but also for its place in the timeline of American coinage. It represents the end of an era, the last few years before the Lincoln penny would debut in 1909. The Liberty head design by Longacre had served the nation for 50 years, and by 1900 it had become a symbol of America's strength and progress. Interestingly, the 1900 Liberty cent has no mint mark, because it was produced only at the Philadelphia Mint that year. So, if you find a 1900 penny with a blank area below the wreath on the reverse, don't worry, that's completely normal. The lack of a mint mark actually makes it authentic to Philadelphia. One fascinating aspect for collectors is the coin's color and surface tone. Copper coins age differently based on their environment. Some turn a deep brown, others stay a rich red or reddish brown if stored carefully. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC often label coins as RD for red, RB for red-brown, and BN for brown. A full red 1900 penny in high grade is particularly desirable and can sell for a premium price. Another factor that can boost the coin's value is its strike quality. Some 1900 pennies have weakly struck features, especially around the feather tips or the word Liberty. A well-struck example with sharp details will always be worth more than a dull one. Collectors pay attention to every detail, from the rim to the smallest lines on Liberty's face and headdress. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly special for history lovers. The turn of the century was a time of immense change. The United States was emerging as a global industrial power, and the 1900 Liberty head penny was circulating through the pockets of Americans who were building railroads, running factories, and exploring new technologies. Each coin, in a sense, carried a piece of that history. It bought bread, newspapers, and other everyday goods, a witness to the changing times. Today, more than 120 years later, the 1900 Liberty head penny continues to captivate collectors worldwide. Whether you find one in an old jar, a family collection, or a coin shop, it's not just a piece of metal, it's a link to America's past. Holding one feels like holding a small piece of the 19th century in your hands. So, if you ever come across a 1900 1-cent coin from the United States with the Liberty head design, take a closer look. Check the details, examine the color, and if it's in good condition, you might be holding something truly valuable, both in history and in money. A perfect, uncirculated coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right collector, and that's the fascinating story of the 1900 Liberty head 1-cent coin, a tiny but powerful reminder of America's journey from the 19th century into the modern world. Next coin. In the fascinating world of old American coins, one piece stands out as a true treasure from the early 20th century, the 1905 United States Liberty head wheat penny. This coin, over a century old, carries with it stories of American history, craftsmanship, and value that continues to attract collectors from around the world. Let's travel back in time to understand the origins, design, and lasting value of this beautiful piece of American history. The year was 1905, a period when the United States was thriving with growth and transformation. Theodore Roosevelt was president, industries were booming, and America was entering a new age of progress and innovation. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued producing one of its most beloved coins, the Indian head penny, often referred to as the Liberty head cent because of its striking portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a Native American headdress. This coin is a symbol of America's cultural blend, Liberty herself, a figure of freedom, represented in a Native American-style feathered headdress. Designed by James Barton Longacre, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, the Indian head penny was first introduced in 1859 and continued until 1909, when it was replaced by the famous Lincoln wheat cent. That means the 1905 issue was one of the final years of this classic design, making it even more special. The obverse side, or front of the coin, proudly features the elegant head of Lady Liberty facing left. She is adorned with a feathered war bonnet inscribed with the word Liberty. Around the outer edge of the coin are the words United States of America, and at the bottom, the date 1905. The design is simple but full of character, a balance of classical beauty and American identity. The reverse side, or back of the coin, displays a laurel wreath, symbolizing victory and honor. In the center, we see the denomination 1 cent, and just above it, a small shield representing national unity. This design captured the pride and spirit of the nation during the 19th and early 20th centuries. The 1905 Indian head penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, meaning there is no mint mark on the coin. The mintage that year was impressive, over 80 million coins were produced. However, only a small fraction of them remain in pristine condition today, which is why collectors are willing to pay premium prices for well-preserved examples. Now, let's talk about the composition. The 1905 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that distinctive reddish-brown tone. Over time, the color of these coins changes, some develop a deep brown patina, while others retain traces of their original red shine. Collectors often describe the color grades as red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, and these color differences can have a significant effect on the coin's value. For example, a 1905 Indian head penny in heavily circulated condition might only be worth $2 to $5, but one in uncirculated or mint condition can fetch $50, $100, or even more depending on its luster and sharpness. Some perfectly preserved specimens graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC have sold for hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more than $1,000, making this little copper coin a valuable collectible. But what makes the 1905 Liberty head penny truly special isn't just its value, it's the story it tells. Imagine this coin being used in daily life over 100 years ago. It may have bought a loaf of bread, a cup of coffee, or even a newspaper. Each penny passed through countless hands, carrying the spirit of an America on the rise, a country building its identity, economy, and future. Collectors love the 1905 penny because it represents the end of an era. Just 4 years later, in 1909, the U.S. Mint would introduce the new Lincoln cent, the first coin to feature an actual American president. This transition marked a new chapter in U.S. coinage, but the Indian head series remains a timeless favorite for coin enthusiasts. Examining the 1905 Indian head penny under magnification reveals its fine details, the texture of Liberty's feathers, the tiny lettering of Liberty, and the wreath's graceful lines. Many collectors look for varieties or minting errors, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or double dies, which can greatly increase the coin's value. Some of these rare errors can make the 1905 penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. When storing or displaying these coins, collectors often use protective holders or slabs to preserve their color and prevent oxidation. Because the copper surface is so reactive, improper storage can lead to darkening or spotting, which can reduce its value. Keeping the coin away from moisture and touching it only by its edges are key practices for maintaining its beauty. Today, more than a century after its minting, the 1905 USA Liberty head wheat penny remains one of the most sought-after small cents for numismatists. It serves as a bridge between the early designs of the 1800s and the modern Lincoln cent we know today. Its charm lies in its simplicity, its artistry, and the rich history it represents. So, if you ever come across a 1905 Indian head penny, take a moment to appreciate it. You're holding a piece of America's story, a coin that has seen over 100 years of change, progress, and history. Whether it's worth a few dollars or a few hundred, its true value lies in the legacy it carries. From the hands of ordinary Americans in 1905 to the collectors of today, this coin continues to shine as a symbol of endurance, freedom, and beauty. A small copper cent that has stood the test of time, the 1905 Liberty head penny is more than money, it's a memory preserved in metal.